Good evening, everyone. This is Pradeep from GETI, Lucknow, the Global Education and Training Institute. We are the premier teacher and principal training institute in all of India. And we have many pre-service and in-service programs. And for more details, please call 7408401000. You are on a disruptive education platform provided to us by our mentor, Dr. Sunita Gandhi. And on this platform, we have interacted with more than 1,000 educators from India and all over the world. And this evening, we have for you Madam Prabhleen Kaur. She is a freelance pre-primary Montessori trainer in Mumbai, Maharashtra. She has an experience of 9 years. She has worked with schools in Kanpur as a pre-primary and primary teacher. Many of the top schools there. She is coordinator, trainer, and counselor. She is now a freelance trainer and teacher in Mumbai. And she likes to work out and do yoga, painting, cooking, and reading. So thank you, ma'am, for being with us this evening. And over to you, ma'am. And she will be speaking on how to make homeschooling fun. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. And I'm really grateful to Disruptive Learning Platform and GETI so that they have given me another chance this year again to come in their platform and to make my personal experience and to share my personal experience to everyone. Today, I'm like to share my personal experience of homeschooling with you all. When I came here in Mumbai, I've met with some of the parents in my society, and because of the COVID, because of the online classes, they were not ready to make their kids introduce the school as a screen to them. They want something that either they want a school, a proper class for them. So come together, we collaborated, and now I have been working with them as a help with to them as in homeschooling to make the schooling fun for their kids. And as speaking very and as coming to you all to tell you my experience, why I personally feel like homeschooling is fun. It can be a really nice working atmosphere, and it is actually very nice learning experience for the kids. So it is actually, I was thinking when I will be having my kids, I might also think as an option whether it is online classes or not, because in homeschooling parents can give that personalized learning to their kids. Whatever they want to become, they want to learn, they can give that exposure to their kids. Frankly speaking, after so many years of experience in pre-primary, as a teacher myself, I know in the class of 30 students or 25 students, teachers can't give that personal time, that personal attention to all of the kids, whether they are the special learners or whether they are and slow learners, or whether is there any special kid who needs that special attention of the teacher. They can't give that all her might, all her time and attention to that kid. And as a teacher myself, I have experience in my class of 30 students, in my class of 25 students. There were some of the kids, some of the brilliant kids who were fast learners, who were keen learners. They were able to do all the concept very quickly. They were able to do all their work quickly. And some of the part, there were some slow learners who needed my special attention, who wants that special care from me. But because of that teachers, because of the curriculum, the targets, okay, there is a 3 month time, I have to complete my course, I have to do it, or there are tests coming, there are exams coming, there are assessments are there. So teachers hands are also little bounded at that time, because they can't work towards these kids, the ones who actually need attention. At the time of admission, all the parents, all the teachers, all the management say that yes, they are able to, they will be giving the personal, that special attention to your kids. They will be calling the Saturdays if the child needs as a remedy classes and all. But as a teacher, we know, and afterwards parents also know, that it can't be possible all the time. If there are if there is if in a class there are all the students and all are like all are in the same page, they are no special, they are all they are all learning in the normal pace, then the class is fine, then the teacher can give equal attention to the child. But this is actually a theory. There is never, I have never seen a class like that where all the children are of same pace. Some of the slow learners are there who needs my special time, and some of those fast learners are there. If I'll be giving my time to those slow learners, to those special kids, I somehow I won't be able to give my extra time to the kids who are there, who are brilliant, who are able, who are fast learners, who are special in their own way. So I won't be able to give that time, and somehow their learning will get affected. That personal attention that I should give to them, that care, that like to give them that challenge that I have to give it to them, it will be like little lag behind. I won't be able to give them all the time that challenge they need to learn, to grow. So this actually happens, and because of that I feel like that this homeschooling concept is very very helpful in these cases. Like if like if my kid will be there and that kid will be a special kid, he would be a slow learner or something like that, so I can give my full attention to that child. If my kid is a fast learner, I'll be able to give my full attention. I can challenge them, I can challenge I can set new boundaries every day for him. If he's more keen in maths, so I can give him more challenging thing in maths. If he's more keen in English or grammar or music, arts, whatever he feel like, I can give that personalized learning experience to them, because I am the one here. I have to take care of that child. I have one child for me in the class, in my homeschooling. I can give that, but I can't accept from a teacher who has 25 to 30 kids, who has her targets as well. Of the parties are coming, teachers have to work for the parties, teachers have to work for the exams, assessments, worksheets, her own set targets who are set by. So it is very difficult for them in the traditional schooling method. So it's not that I am somewhere against the schooling techniques. I completely, because I was a teacher, I completely in the favor of schooling. But homeschooling, like in these days, in the COVID days, when the kids, everything is online, kids have to sit in the front of the screen and they have to watch all the things. Uh, but most of the things teachers, parents have to deal, because a kid of 3 years, a kid of 4 years, they have never seen the school. Kids of 5 years as well, they have never seen the school. The school that they are introduced to is in front of a screen, in front of a laptop, in front of a mobile, and they are they have never been that personal mm, connection. They never have that personal connection with the teachers, with their friends. They have never met them. So at this time I feel like that homeschooling will be helpful for these type of kids. For example, the kids that I'm taking up, that I've collaborated with the parents for homeschooling, they are all 3 to 4 years. And with them, the parents didn't want that personal life, they don't want that screen time for their kids. they came to me. They said, "Ki, I want you, as you have that experience, why don't we collaborate, and why don't we come together and do something for our kids?" So I help them with the materials, with the techniques, with the curriculum, with the worksheets and books and everything, so that that those 4 years and 3 years kids can have that personal attention, that have that personalized learning. They can learn, they can do whatever they want. And by the end of the year, when there might be this offline classes will start of these pre-primary kids, parents can go out there and they can tell, okay, these are the things my kids have already learned. They have that I can give them, they asked me to please give a certification, that okay, so I'll make a nice certification with my signature on it, that yes, these kids have already done these things in the past 1 year, and now the kids are ready to go to school, ready to go to any class they want. If the child is able to do in LKG, in the 4 year class, they can do it in 4 years. And one of the kid who is trying to get all the things done, and wants, after 3 years, he wants directly in admission in UKG class, that is a 5 year class. So he can go for that as well, because that personalized attention has been given to that kid in the classroom, in the homeschooling classroom. So I am very confident that my kids will be able to do these things, whatever they want, whatever, in whichever way they are learning, because that personalized. Because I know, if one of my kid is able to do all the work, all the English concepts, he know, the 3 years old already know all the letters and sounds and two-letter words and three-letter words. So as soon as the child completes his alphabet, he's able to do, I'll introduce him with two-letter words, then three-letter words, then blends and reading and everything. So these concepts, I can do it in the class, in homeschooling perfectly. But if I talk about, if that child is in the classroom of 25 students or 20 students, if I'll say, so teacher can't give that attention to that child, that personalized attention to that child. She knows, like, for in first semester, that the target is to complete the letters till M. So she will be going for that. If the child have completed those things fast, so she won't be going inside, she won't be getting to know them, she won't be in that things, and ask her to do, let's start more, let's start another book for you. She won't be able to do that. For that, if she is doing that, then it's wonderful, but it will take her a lot of time. She have to ignore her rest 19 students just to focus on that one child. And here in homeschooling, it is possible. So there is some personal, some soft corner in my heart for that homeschooling thing, so that child are able, they can do whatever they want, they can learn whatever they want in their comfortable time. It's not that, okay, one set time is there, or 4 hours or 3 hours, I have to do it in that time only. They can learn everything whole day in there. If they don't want to start their class at 9 o'clock, it's fine. Let them, let's start at 9:30, let's start at 10, or let's start early at 10, 8, 8, 8, whichever. If the child is actually very interested, if they are loving your experience, are loving the way you are teaching, so they will be coming to you at that, okay, let's time to study, okay, let's time for the class, let's go. So they will be coming at that time, so it won't matter. So it's your responsibility as a homeschooler. You have to, uh, as a teacher, you have to make that interesting, make that homeschooling experience interesting for your kid. As a teacher, as a parent, it's the responsibility of both. If you are taking up homeschooling of any kids, as a teacher, it's your responsibility. If as a parent you are listening to me, that you are taking up everything on your own, so it is again your responsibility to make that thing fun. For it's not that you just have to say okay time, you have bought some books online, or have went you went somewhere and bought some books and you made them write A B C D, or if you are, if you know what are phonics, so you are going for the phonics sounds a ba. So it doesn't matter. It is not a problem. It is like not like that. You have to sit and you have to make them learn each and everything. You have to make them understand, and then only they will feel like okay to coming to your class. To they will feel interested in the class. Okay, let's learn, mama. They will themselves. They will get the books and they will give it to you, mama. Let's study now. So you want that thing for your child. So that's what I'm saying, that you have to make your homeschooling classes comfortable, fun. It can be any day of it is not fixed that you just assigned one room as a class. Okay, this is the room. You can take it in the bed, you can take it on the kitchen slabs, you can take it in the sofa, living room, balcony, garden, wherever you want, wherever kids want. It should not be assigned just for one class. In schools also, in traditional schools also, when we go to the class, it is not that key the teacher have to make the kids sit in the class and learn. They go for nature walks, they go for field trips, they go for playgrounds, they go for in anywhere. Sometimes teacher make them, okay, let's go to the audiovisual room, or let's go to any lab, anywhere, any other class. Let's mix the students and do the class. Let's mix the multi-age group and do the class. They actually do these things in the classes to make fun, to make the things vibed up. Similarly, in homeschooling also, you have to do the same. It should not be okay if they have a study table, a small that chalky study table. It's not. It should not be like okay, this is a study room. You have to sit here. You have to do it here only. If they want to do it in the bed, they can do it in the bed. If they want to do it on the floor of the living room, they can do it. If they want to do it in the corridor or balcony, if the weather is nice, you can take them to the balcony. You can take them to the garden, whichever your child feels like to do. You should not be concentrate that okay, this is my area, I can't go beyond. You have to make things different. The kids these days, they get bored very easily. And talking about these toddlers of 3 years, 4 years, you have to be on your toes. You have to think multiple ideas to make them feel interested. If the class is off, if you feel like okay, every day I have to give 2 hours. 2 hours learning should be there. 1 hour maths, 1 hour English. Then you have to make them interesting for them so that they can sit inside and study. And for that, you have to explore other ways where you should conduct your classes. Never restrain your classes to one single room. Keep the room vibed up. If there is a room, if there is a place, you have made a place, a small library, a small cupboard, there is a table in the room. So just make it vibed up, make it give a personalized touch to that thing. Make them decorated. If they want to apply some stickers on them, make them write some of this, buy some stickers, ask them to make some beautiful stickers, paste them, give them that personal touch to their class, so that they feel like okay, this is my room, this is my table, this is my almirah, my cupboard where I keep my books, this is my water bottle, this is my bag, whatever. Just give them that exposure of learning, that exposure of understanding, that yes, they can do it. It should not look like an interior designed class, that you have asked for a designer to come and decorate the class. It should not be like that. Kids should feel their touch, their homeliness, that okay, this is my thing. These personalized things, you have to do that. So then only they'll feel like attached to that thing. If like for example, I have a nephew of 2 years old. I love reading, so I have a small library in my home, and I all the time I just take out that a book every day and start reading, and I read loudly so that he also get that impression. He's come, sometimes he sits with me, and sometimes he don't. I Because I love I have that special corner for that books, so I will buy books for him also. But I have noticed from past many months he was not interested in reading. He never picked up the book. If I asked him to give your book, so he just bring it to me and he runs away, or he asked me to switch on the TV or give him my phone. So he was not that attached. But slowly, I didn't stop there. I ordered more and more and more and more books. He was really much into a rhyme that was Wheels on the Bus. I came across a book where it was a Wheels of the Bus Peekaboo. As soon as that book arrived, I opened, I showed it to him. He got really excited just to see that book. He started doing Wheels on the Bus go around, and he started doing the actions. He started bus. There were animals in it. He started recognizing all the animals. He was reading it. He was looking at it. It was all different experience. At that time, I understood all those books that I have bought. He was not able to find that connection with that books because it was new. He never heard of it. He had never seen that book. But as soon as I have bought that Wheels on the Bus book for him, he found that personalized thing. Okay, that is my book. I knew it. I have seen it. This is what a bus looked like. I know these things. So that was that connection that I'm talking about, that personalized thing, that connection you have to build. If the child likes Peppa Pig, buy some Peppa Pig stickers. Ask, take a print out of some Peppa Pig cartoons, ask them to color it, paste it on the wall, on the cupboard, on their tables, if anywhere, wherever they want. It should not be like, okay, let's stick it here, it's looking nice here. Don't ask them, okay, whatever, wherever, because whenever they'll see that sticker, they'll think, yeah, I love that place. I love my Pig. I made it that Peppa Pig, and I have sticked it there. So that is my thing all around. If they want to stick on the wall, they can. You can after some time, if you can just clean it. You can, if in the walls they want, you can use these masking tapes that come. You can just use those tapes and stick. They just come out easily. They will not spoil the walls. It will be amazing hack. I have experienced that thing, so I'm just sharing it to you. You can use those masking tapes. It's available online. So do these things, give that personalized touch to them. And one more important thing, like in schools, teachers used to go take them to the gardens, take them to the field trips. When you are doing homeschooling, it is your solely responsibility to do these trips with them. If you are making them learn something, for example animals, you just go and get make them go to the zoo. Like for example, we can't go to the zoos these days, everything is closed. So what you can do, you can just make a PPT or some videos. You can show it to them on screen. You can, if you want to be a little, you want to do something extra, you can you can take or borrow or buy a second hand projector. You can attach your phone, your laptop to them, show it in the bigger screen, so they'll have that, oh, that a big lion is coming, a big giraffe is there, a big, they'll get that personal thing. If they, it is phone screen is small, if you ask them to, okay, look, there's this animal is there, this lion is there, or tiger or monkey, they have to see really very closely, and okay, this is what a monkey look like. Laptop or computer, it's fine, but if they'll see in that big screen, big projector screen, they'll have that personal experience. Just if you're making a PPT, if you're making a video, add a sound effects to it, add some other knowledge thing, like if elephant, what an elephant looks like, what is a younger elephant looks like, where do elephants live. Do these 3 4 things, attach it to one animal. Make sure you are introducing it, what the animal eat, what are the young ones, what are their, where do they live, what do they look like, what is the sound, what is the female version of that animal. So just in one PPT you can introduce them all these things. It's not that you have to you have to introduce 10 animals at a time. If you're introducing two animals, make them do like that, so that they are able to know all about that animal in that one PPT or one video. Similarly, if you are introducing money to the child, make them go to the supermarket with you, any grocery shop, any convenience store, anywhere, and make them buy things. You have introduced money. This is 100 rupees, 500, 200,000. These are smaller currencies. These are coins. You have introduced it to them. Just now, if you're telling them, okay, it is a class, you have just laid down some currency notes and some coins, and you're saying, okay, give me this thing, this is of 5 rupees, and now how much amount you will get. That thing is fine. For the introduction, you can use that activity. But for the later stage, how will the child react when he'll be going to a unknown person for buying something? That thing you have to inculcate. For that, you have to make them go there. You have to make them learn that thing. You have to make them and give that exposure. Because a child of 5 years or 4 years who have been introduced to money, who have never been to school, so they don't know how to interact much. They will be little shy. They will be a little introvert. So that social interaction with anyone is very important to these kids. Excuse me. So that's what I'm saying. That make them go to the supermarket. If ask them, okay, let's do the payment. Yes, purposely give them that no, that currency notes, that coins to them. Ask them, okay, you bought a packet of chips. Usually, start if you're starting this activity, start with some things that have smaller amount, like 10 rupees packet of chips, or something of 40 rupees or 30 rupees, or something that is in whole number. Don't go for 43, don't go for 97, don't go for these type of numbers, because then the kids have to count the coins as well. In the early age, just make them sure that they are doing something in whole, which already have that amount. They just have to subtract or add. For example, if they are having 50 rupees note and they bought something of 30 rupees, so they should know that, okay, now the shopkeeper will return back 20 rupees to them. So these things you have to inculcate in them. You have to make them experience, because as we are talking about homeschooling, the kids are not into that area where they have lots of friends. They are with the teacher. There are many friends. They have some partners. They are love sitting them. They have some best friends. They have some friends in the bus or in the van where they go. So they are not doing these things. And if I'm talking about homeschooling, this is also effective at the time of online learning as well. The kids who are not doing homeschooling, the parents who are not making them do homeschool, they are attending the class in the screen, and they are doing their online learning. They can do this activity with them as well. They know that these things have been introduced. They are making them learn. So why don't you make them go to the person, to the convenience store which is nearby, which you know that person? Just ask them to go and buy something, buy a packet of bread, buy a packet of cheese or anything, and ask them, okay, this is that a loaf of bread will come 30 rupees or 35 rupees. Give them a 50 rupees or 40 rupees and ask them to go and buy. This will actually make them confident enough. Okay, I can do it. I can go and talk to anyone, and this will give them that feeling of confidence, that feeling of, okay, yeah, this is something, this is very different, this is an unknown person, I've never seen him, I've never talked to him, and he can do that. And that will give lots of confidence in itself. So what you can do, you can do these type of field trips, you can go, make them go to the aquarium, you can make them go to the garden, their classes. You can, when you are taking the classes in the garden or any, you can not even your, I'm not talking about the classes garden that are there in your home. You can also take up classes in a society playground. You must be having any nearby playgrounds where there will be swings, flowers, and nice weather, where your children used to go there and they used to play every evening. You can take your kids during the class, you can sit under a tree in shade, and you can make them learn what is there. They are talking about the, if you are making them learn about the plants, you can go show it to them, what are trees, what are shrubs, what are herbs. You can make them your experience, they are learning fun by going, by making them do those hands-on, those practical approach thing, by going them, by making them go to a field trip, by making them go to any nature walk and talks. You can make them go to any make them go to any supermarket or any factory or banks. You can go, it's very important for kids to learn how to do transaction, how to withdraw, how to deposit money in the banks, in the ATMs. It is very important, and I'm talking about the kids who are more than say 7 to 8 years old. They should know how to go to the ATM, how to use the ATM card, how to withdraw money, or how to deposit money in the bank, how to write a check, how to transfer the amount. It is very important for them to learn. As a kid, I was always a pampered and I was a dependent kid. I was always dependent. I was always seeking help to my father, to my mama. That okay, I was not good on those things, and till now, because in my school, in my home, my teachers never give me that exposure to make them how to tell how to write a check, how to uh, withdraw or deposit money in the bank. And still I feel a little nervous when I'm going to bank, because most of the things I don't know. It's just like right now I can go, I can, if I don't know anything, I can ask any responsible person in the bank. But still these things I should know: how to manage money, how to make budget. So these things should told to the kids in their schools, should be, if not in school, then parents should tell them how to manage your money, how to deposit, how to withdraw money from the bank, how to write a check. That is super important. And these kids, like these managing money, I'm talking about the kids who are 10 plus, who are 12 plus, who are in their teenagers. They should also, it is very important before going to college. In school time they should learn these important things. So these things are really important. These things are really these are really important life skills that they should know. Because when they go in college, after their college, they have to be independent. You can't all the time seek help from your friends. You can't seek help from your teachers. Will not in college, will not be helping you with those things. But you can't seek help from your friends all the time, and your parents are not near, so you can't ask them all the time. You can't call them and say, yeah, how to do this, how to write a check. You can't do that. You have to learn these small things on your own. And there comes the topic of practical approach, exercises of practical life, that parents should tell the kids how to do the basic life things. And these things will only start if they'll only able to learn if you start those things from the early age of 3 years or 2 years, whenever they are able to do these things. So it is very important how to fold clothes, how to do the laundry, how to wash utensils, how to make tea, how to do grooming, how to uh, give glass of water, how to fill, how to drink, everything, these basic things. If something is dirty, it's your responsibility. If you have created a mess, it's your responsibility to get the cloth, to wipe it, to clean it. If there is a mess, if of your toys or anything, it's your responsibility to do it. Your mom will not help you. It's your room, it's your toys, you have to take care of it on your own. In the time of homeschooling, if you are doing if you have a class, if you are working something, it's obviously there will be books also, there will be stationery also. Before winding up the class, it's your responsibility to keep everything back to its place. It can be messy. It's not possible that 3 years old will be able to keep it in a synchronized way, but you have to make them, at least make them put it in their place. It is super important. You can do it with the help of some rhymes, you can do it with the help of some action songs. Like I really like this rhyme of Coco. You must have heard of Coco Melon, and there is a winding up song, Clean Up. So when I'm taking up homeschooling with these kids, and it's normally okay, it's time to clean up, and I start reciting that rhyme. And it's like that, during that rhyme, the time that rhyme is continuing, that poem I'm reciting, the kids have to clean up at that time, so they are in hurry. So it's there, they have made that game, okay, till the time from the starting to the end of the rhyme, you have to clean up, you have to keep it in your place. So they have made that game. And sometimes if I said, okay, it's time to clean up, let's do it, and I forget to recite the rhyme, so they come to me and say, please sing that song, clean up song. So I, okay, okay, yes, I forgot. I'm so sorry. So I just start reciting that clean up song for them. So that actually will motivate them, will give them account. Okay, I have to do these things. It is very important to do these life skills in this early age. So you, as a teacher, as a parent, it's your responsibility to make them do. And if you expect that okay, 8 years old will start doing in once in a blue moon, though it won't happen. You have to make them do from the early age, from very beginning. Okay, if you, they will learn what you do. When you are finishing, when you are finished with your cooking, you clean up your kitchen, you make them stand beside you, you make them, okay, let's, it's time to clean up, will you help me in cleaning up? So make them do, make them see that you are doing these things. And after finishing any work, you also have to do the same thing. So this is very important, to make them learn these life skills, make them understand these life skills. And life skill includes cooking, cleaning, bathing, putting on their clothes, doing the laundry, washing utensils, uh, if anything is messed up, they have to clean. If how to put on their socks, how to put on their shoes, how to take care of their things, how to take care of the pets, everything. It is a responsibility of a parent, it's a responsibility of a homeschool teacher to inculcate these activities in schools. Normally most of the schools, if I'm talk about the ones that are actually doing these things, the EPL's activity they call, it's for exercise for practical life. Montessori schools, these are doing these things in their classes. So they are already doing. But as a parent, it's your responsibility as well. The teacher's time, they have half an hour, they have 1 hour to introduce a particular life skill activity and make them do. But at home, it's your responsibility as well to make them do it again and again and again, so they don't forget. I can't, a kid of 8 years, 9 years old won't do it if you ask them, okay, you spill this water, go and take a cloth and clean it. They won't do it because they have never done it in their life. No one have asked them to clean things. No one have asked him to do the laundry. No one have asked him to clean the utensils. They won't do it. But a child of 3 years who was doing it, and if you'll ask him to do it again, and when he's 8 years old, he will do it again happily because he was doing it since he was 3 years old. So it was not a new thing for him. So just make them inculcate these little life habits, these little habits in very early age, because when the child will go in college, they won't be having any house help. You will not be around as a parent to do things for them. They have to do it on their own, and that time they are actually struggling with their studies, with the workload and everything. And if they will be they will be facing struggle with these life skills, these small things, how to do laundry and wash their utensils, it will be a huge burden on them. How to clean the room, so it will come as as natural. They already know these things to do it. So just to make your child's life comfortable, easier, you just have to inculcate these things. And a 3 years old loves to do cleaning, loves to do cleaning. My nephew, he's 2 years old, and whenever something is spilled, it's dirty, I take a broom or dustpan and start cleaning up the things. He is after me to give the broom because he also wants to do cleaning. So they love to do that. It's not something that only a house help will come and do it, or mama, or someone big will come and do that thing. A child of 14 years old, if you ask him to broom, it will be a challenge for him because he have never done that. He will not able to do it. First, he'll be a little cranky. Why you are telling me to broom the floor? Why the maid is not here? Why you give so many holidays to her? Or XYZ. He will find n number of reasons to not to do those things. But if you'll ask a 3 year old, okay, do you want to start brooming today? So he will play with it, he will love it. So why don't we make them do it from that early age? Why to wait till the age of 15 or 16 to introduce these things to them? So that is very important, to make them to make them learn how to do these things. And most important thing, cooking is actually a basic life skill that everyone should know. Everyone, how to drink water on your own, how to make a sandwich, how to if you are how to cut fruits, how to wash the fruits, which fruits have to wash and eat, which fruit you have to peel and eat, which fruit you have to cut and eat. You should introduce all these things to your kids. It will be a life changing experience for them. As a 3 years old, take a time, take a off of one day, or on weekends, make that habit. Okay, on weekends, on Saturday and Sunday, we will be learning any new life skill. Every week, do these things. So for 2 days, you will be introducing them. Okay, let's learn how to cut a paper. Let's learn how to cut a fruit. Let's learn how to use a knife. How to apply jam on the bread. Make them do it. Make them do on their own. So it will be afterwards. It will be very helpful, and it will be a life changing experience for them, because you never know, any day that kid will become a wonderful chef. So you don't know it. So let them experience those things, let them have that love doing those things from that early age. So these things are really really important. One more most important thing that I feel like, to make the homeschooling fun, to give that personalized attention in homeschooling, is that to make a to keep a pet in the classroom. It should not be a real pet. It should, if you can have that real pet, that it is wonderful. It can be a fish, it can be a rat, it can be a dog, it can be a cat, anything that child loves to be around with, you can go for that. If not, just have a soft toy, keep it in the class, keep it on the study table. It is the classroom companion, it's their companion, it's their friend. Usually what happens in traditional schools, in schools actually, there are some partners you love to sitting with them. If there is a group sitting in the classroom, they have 4 5 friends on the same table. If there is pair sitting in the classroom, they have one friend, they are sitting with them. So in class, in homeschooling also, if the child is alone having the class, if they are having, if homeschooling is between two siblings or like that, then it is fine. But still, that child needs a companion, a friend with them in their table. So either buy a cost effective pet like a fish. She'll be in her aquarium or in a bowl. She won't bother anyone. Or you can go for dog or cat, whichever the child loves. This will actually help them to learn how learn how to love their pets, how to love the environment, the animals, care of an animals. It will be a different new experience for them. If not, if some in some home people are scared of animals, you don't like animals, so don't worry about that. You can't keep pet in your house, so don't worry about that. You can buy a stuffed toy, whichever they like, and keep it on the table and keep it there as a classroom companion. It will be on the table whenever they are in the class, whenever they are learning, whenever they are doing anything. It will be in their homeschool class only. Any toy will help. Like for example, one of my kids, she loves Peppa Pig, so she always carry a Peppa Pig doll in her classroom. One of the kid loves cars, so he always carry a car in with him in the classroom. So whichever the child loves to do it, you can make him do that person, make him have that feeling of companionship in the classroom. So with these some activities, you can actually make homeschooling fun, homeschooling uh, effective. One most important thing that parents ask me, as my kid is not going to any school, he is not introduced with any of the material in schools. What happened in the classroom, there are n numbers of material. Kids are there and they play with the toys. They, if there's a Montessori classroom, they have those expensive Montessori materials, they have those expensive EPL materials. And parents, when they are doing homeschooling, they actually are worried that how to give that experience to our kids. Because after, if I'm talking about 3 years old child, so 3 years old study materials are completely different with the ones of 4 years old, and 4 years old it's completely different of 5 years old. So every year parents can't buy those expensive things. And after that, what they will do in classroom, it is reasonable, because every year new sets of kids are coming. They will be learning with these materials, they will be having that experience. But what will happen when these kids are doing homeschooling? It's at those time, what you can do, there are few options that you can go for. You can it's not that you just have to make them sit with the book and write and learn and write and learn and write and learn. I will never suggest those things to any of the parents. Go to any local market, or try buying things from second hand, something very cheap. Or if you can make it on your own using some material, you can actually do that as well. To make, do it handy, go to a hardware store, buy some of the things. It will actually it will be cost effective, and it will give your kid another experience. And you can also do one thing, you can build that material with your kid. If you are making them learn how to button your shirt, it's not that you have to buy that button board and you have to make them. You can go to any to the wardrobe. Like you can get a button shirt for them. If you are making them learn how to pour water in the glass, you can take a mount, you can take a jug, you can, if you don't have a plastic or small jug which they can handle easily, a lightweighted jug, you can go to the market, you'll get it around 100, and you can just use them as your material. It will be a cheap plastic jug. You won't don't have to show it to anyone. You don't have to make it like a crockery in your showpiece somewhere. You can just use it, and when the child know how to do it, when he's able to do with heavy ones with which you are using it at home, just throw it away. It won't be a matter, because you can buy these type of material. If for example I was saying for English and maths, if I talk about, if you are saying that okay, what these are the Montessori things, what about the things like letters or numbers or Hindi Varnmala or any other language, if you are introducing it to them. So what to do with these type of material? You can go, you can take some, like for example, you have to introduce some numbers cards with them. You can just take paper, you can write numbers on them. It will be a number flashcard for you. You can, in the other set of paper, you can draw that amount of things. Like for example, in one flashcard you can show one, in the other flashcard you can show one ball or one cloud. So that will be a flashcard for you. If you want those sandpaper letters, you can go to a hardware shop, you can buy sandpaper, you can make, you can cut the sandpaper, and your sandpaper letters are ready. If you don't want to do that, you can go, you can take a scrapbook, you can buy some glitter, you can buy some sand, you can buy some any rough material, make an activity, use Fevicol on that sheet of paper, ask your kid to sprinkle that thing on the paper. When it will dry, it will be your sandpaper letter. You can use that thing for tracing, you can use that thing for introducing that letter to your kids. That will be really, really helpful. Then you can ask them to to mix them up. You can play sorting games, you can play memory game, any type of game that you want to make them do, to make them learn apart from writing. So you can buy any stuff. Just I just want you to think of any cost effective things. Don't go to any online store, don't go to any big showrooms and buy things from there, because your kid won't be able to use it after 1 or 1.5 year. It will be a waste of what for you. So try and it will won't be any, you won't be able to teach anything with that thing to your kid. Values you won't be able to teach. It's like that. Okay, if for example, if I'm talking about those sandpaper letters or these things, with kids are actually sitting with you and building that material themselves. So it will be a new learning experience for those kids. So try doing that thing with your kids. Don't make them, okay, if you want something, we have to go to the shop and we can buy it, or we can see it online and we can buy it. I know parents, you can buy it, but you have to tell your kids, you have to make them learn the value of money as well. It is super, super important. And one more thing I just want to share with you all, which is actually very important. I have experienced that thing. Whenever you are doing homeschooling, uh, try making your kid, try make them learn more and more language, introduce them more language. There is a study in which you can see a toddler is still 2.5 or 3 years old. A toddler can learn languages up to three. He have that capability to learn three languages till the age of 3. So you can just introduce it to them. You can introduce English, you can introduce Hindi, you can introduce your mother tongue at least. And as soon as the age increases, you can introduce foreign languages or other regional languages as well. You can introduce them. you can introduce them with Marathi, with Gujarati, with Punjabi, whichever language you feel like, any regional language if you want, you can introduce it to them. You can do it. If you want to introduce any foreign language, French, Italian, anything that you, Chinese, Japanese, whatever you like, you can introduce it to them. If you don't know that language, what you will do, you can either hire any person who can teach your kid that language, or you can sit with him. You For example, if you are learning Gujarati, you need to learn those varmalas, you need to learn those small sentences. You can also sit with him and you can also make him learn these things. You can also make him do these things with him. So it will be a huge, a nice experience, a new experience for you all as well. So you are also learning, and it will be a new experience for your kid as well, because he is also learning a new language, and it will actually help him in his later stages of life. So these are some of the things that you can make your homeschooling effective. It won't be like there won't be any regrets after that. Okay, I have done homeschooling for 1 year or for 2 years, and I don't know how my kid will react when he will be in the school, in actually a actual school where their kids are there, where there are people are there, and how you don't know that, because you were always the one who was doing these things. If you have made that learning effective, if you have made that learning fun, if you have made that learning matters to him, so you don't have to worry about these things. You know your kids can compete either. If there will be a exam, entrance exam, you know that your kids have done these things, and they have done it in their own space, they have done it in their own comfortable time, they have done it in their preference things. Like if they are learning English, so they love it, so they are doing it, they are learning, they are reading, they are doing maths, everything that they love, they are doing it. So you don't have to worry about the entrance exam of any desired school that you want your child to be admitted in. So these things I just feel like to share with the parents, because I have experienced that many parents are not making their kids go to any school. They are not making them to say to because of the online reasons of their health issues, of the monetary issues. There are many issues of the parents. I can't say that you have to do it, or you are not doing it. I know, because the kids are not able to do it, so it is their responsibility as well to
Ma'am, please
make.
round off now, please. Thank you.
Yes, Rashmi. So, so it is their responsibility that to make that learning experience. If you are not making your child to go any school, if you are choosing to go take up homeschooling, so you have to do it the right way. You have to give your child that experience that in any school your child would be getting it. So that's all for homeschooling. If you have any questions, you can ask in the chat, or anything. I'll love to answer it. And if any help you want, you can message me or ask me. So I'll be helping you with all my that I can do it. So any questions, anything, if you want to ask, if you want to share, please share your experience. If you have done homeschooling, if you have anything new to add, so please share it. I'll love to listen to your experience.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for that talk on how to make homeschooling fun. I
Thank
further
you.
request all of you to watch our Dream Talks, Disruptive Literacy Movement by Global Dream, which is an initiative of Dr. Sunita Gandhi since 2014. The whole idea is that all of India should become literate with the help of everybody. So each one teach one, which you have, I'm sure, all heard. So that's the base of this. And to ensure foundational literacy and numeracy. And we have several talks on this every day. So please ask 740-840-1000 to update you on these talks so that you can attend them. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
Good
Thank
evening,
you so much.
everybody, and
Bye.
goodbye. Thank you. Thank you so much.